Yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun!
And now Lynch. Throw left side on target to Thielen. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big.
He's checking. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Now a handoff to Richard. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. Detroit. Motion.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, we got 3 down. Set!
And now Lynch wants to talk things over. He turns and takes it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun. Watch it now, Barney.
Now it's Lynch. Got a man, it's right. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know they're going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lynch to throw again. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Emerson Griffin in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run with D'Angelo Henderson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd
right,
down.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Now let's go.
Back to throw. A quick hitter complete. It's McKenzie. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Another big hitter there. This one good for
quarterback. That you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On the carry is Henderson. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Four down. Check. 4 down.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Gone.
Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start.
Lucky 56. Too little.
He'll drop to throw. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Devontae Booker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
No, check, Patriot!
Here's a give to Richard. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this dip.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Lynch now, work to do, certainly after that sack. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
From the gun, it's Lynch. He's got a man, complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the 1st down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around him.
Throwing here, Lynch on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Mike 5'9", Gun!
On 2nd down, Lynch. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested 1st half. Back to Denver right after this.
Watch him now, Barney. Now let's go. Green 39. Leopard. Gun.
This is Richard. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Bouchard. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal. First down now, but that clock rolling.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now they'll look to throw it with Lynch. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now Henderson. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Detroit!
After the interception, here's Lynch. And right with it here, over the middle. Touchdown, Vikings! Kendall Wright in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make.
Again, it's Henderson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They're losing here in the third quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was a place they wanted to try and go, and sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
They'll look to throw here. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Howard Jones in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's taken on the 25. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Gone!
Now Lynch on 1st down, being chased out left. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Green, 39! Green, 39! Hot!
Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Detroit! Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Gun! 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Gun! Now let's go. Green 39.
Again, it's Richard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
All right, here we go. 319. Gun!
On 3rd down, Lynch. And Diggs has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Forced out to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Lynch now, work to do, certainly after that sack. This is 3rd and long.
Tight end right. Now let's go. Blue 90. Check. Detroit. Gun!
Here's Lynch. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Lucky 56. Gun!
From the shotgun, it's Lynch. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Gun! Now let's go. Blue 90.
He'll get it up the middle. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
All day, every day, any day. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Watch the shim.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. It's a lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Leopard!
They come out here in the eye.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Richard on the toss. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
Now Lynch, and Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. On the ground, Richard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
On the give, this is their fullback. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
They get it to him running left. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They get it to him running left. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. 3rd and goal. Here's the option left. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Daniel Carlson now for the Viking field goal. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
No, check. Patriot. All right, here we go.
They'll run with Henderson, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
On 3rd down, it's Lindsey. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Mike's 50. You're trash.
Vert on 4th. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Vikings, a final win here means they'll finish at 14-2. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 3-13 season. And this front office will have plenty of work to do in the draft and through free agency to turn this ship around. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.